The front of the Tarraco is dominated by the new designed grille of the car, which now features that new line here. You never saw that before on a Seat. And very important, that grille is more up and it's a lot wider than it was before. And that is framed by these new headlights here. They come in full LED and they're a bit more into the car, so they really gives the car a bit of an angry look. Very important, full LED. The daytime running lights, they feature this typical triangle line as well. Then we do have on top this very large air intake down there, and that together really gives the car a very solid look at the front. The Seat Tarraco features up to 20-inch alloys, and that combined with a wheelbase of 2.80 meters really makes the car look solidly on the road. But when you look at the lines of the car, you can see that up here goes straight through the whole car. There's no break in it. That is more the Seat Tarraco than it is the Arona. And when you look down to the bottom here, that is not as sharp as it is with the Arona or with the new Seat Tarraco, and this really is the new design philosophy of Seat. But I think when you look at the car, you really can instantly see that is a typical Seat, and I think even though it's a big SUV, it still looks absolutely nice and sporty. When going around to the rear of the car, you see that part here, and that really looks very solid, and that really reminds me a bit to the Audi Q models or the Volkswagen Touareg. And when you then look to the rear of the car, you find these, they look like exhausts, but they are not. They are fake, but this is a typical thing you find at a lot of models actually. And then very important is we do find the typical Seat-shaped taillights, full LED technology. Very important is that reflector here. That is completely new, and that connects the two taillights and gives the car a really very wide stand. So I think, well, when you look at the rear of the car, another thing that is very interesting regarding to the design is that undercut here, because that really works perfectly to make the car look a bit more light when you look from the rear or from an angle like that, as the camera do at the moment. And I think if you see the whole rear tail of the car, that really is solidly, but it is on the other hand still a typical Seat.
The Tarraco is built on the Volkswagen Group's MQB-A long wheelbase platform. Seat is offering the Tarraco with a choice of engines producing between 150 and 190 horsepower.
The first thing that you will feel when you enter the new Tarraco is for sure you have enough space. Even a tall person like me, nearly 2 meters high, does fit into that car absolutely comfortably. The rest of the car is a bit different than other Seat models, and the biggest change is here at the dashboard, because the new very big screen is no longer integrated into the dashboard, it sits on the dashboard, and that gives us a couple of different new things. For one, the dashboard could be, the display can be bigger. The other thing is it is integrated, which means that the dashboard could be thinner, quite a lot thinner here, and that really makes the car look wider. So we have more horizontal lines, and that really gives the car a bit of spaciousness. And when you then look into here, you find a full digital cockpit, which we already know from other Seat models, but still something new. But the rest of the car really is like a typical Seat. It looks very nice regarding to the materials and very nice regarding to the craftsmanship, but a bit more modern than some of the other models out of the Volkswagen Group. Because of the size of the Tarraco, it of course offers quite a reasonable boot size as well. That car features 760 litres with the first rear seat row up, and that increases up to 2,000 litres when you fold down both back seat rows. And very important is that car is available as a 5-seater and, as you can see here, as a 7-seater as well. That was the world premiere of the brand new Seat Tarraco. I have to say I really do like the look of the car, even though it looks a bit like the other cars from the Volkswagen Group, but still this really is a real Seat. If it really drives as dynamic as Seat promises, I hope I can find out in a couple of weeks during the upcoming driving events.